this video, I decided to rate the exotics on all of the skill streaks as well. But I think that I don't want to make the video longer than it needs to be. So I decided 5-minute video. I would rather just send you like maybe a 10-minute video and then another 10-minute, you know, hypothetically. I don't know how long these things last because I be talking too much sometimes. But anyway, with that being said, there's further ado. Like I said, I'm going to skip all of these real quick and I'm going to go right to the nightmare and the exotic skills. Now, I'm going to talk about what they do maxed out. Because if you have it at level 1, level 2, it does a little slightly differently. So anytime I'm referring to a skill streak, I'm referring to it being completely maxed out, number 1. And number 2, this is purely based on my own personal thoughts on this. So if it's something that I don't like and you do like, then that's great. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. So with that being said, let's start with the Mega Punch. The Mega Punch, all thing that I'm going to say is it probably does a ton of damage, but in my style of play, I don't really do a lot of melees at all. So it doesn't fit my style of play. So since it doesn't fit my style of play, I'm going to say that this is the one that's like my second worst one out of all of these games, kind of. This one I really don't like that much at all because it doesn't fit my style of play. But if you like it, and if you punch a lot, melee a lot, then that works for you. But it doesn't work for me. The Echo Shield. I would say that out of all of these skill streaks, right, exotic skills, I would say this one is my favorite one. A lot of people that would recommend you try other ones, and I recommend you try them all. As of me trying every single one of these, I would say that this is the one that protected me the most out of all of them. This is the one that like never fails. This one, it doesn't work most of the time. It works all the time. Anytime I'm picking up an enemy, picking up an ally, not even just from my own squad, or like anytime I'm shooting enemies, I know that the majority of my hits is like taking damage, and it dissipates the damage, and I stay alive way longer simply because I had this. Now, if so that's how I feel about this. I mean, I'm not saying that this is the only one I like, but this is the one that I would consider number 1, and I recommend anybody try it. Now, Celebration. I heard rumors that it was really good at the beginning of the game. Maybe it's been nerfed, maybe it hasn't. I don't know. The only thing that I can tell you is, as of me recording this video in Season 4, that I could just base it on that. And based on what I tried, right, sometimes it didn't, but it didn't activate more than it did. It's been nerfed, I heard, and it didn't do a whole lot of damage. So, like I said, I'm not going to say that it didn't work at all. I would say based on what I saw, I didn't really like it that much. So I would have to say, no, this is one that I definitely wouldn't try again. Gravitation reaction. I would say that if Echo Shield is my top 1, number 1 exotic skill, I would say the gravitation is my top 2. This is my second favorite one out of all of them. Because there are a lot of these purely offense and defense. I would say that this is both. Because there's times when I'm literally just standing there, right? And you know those enemies that shoot you out of nowhere and you don't even know where they shot you from? A lot of times when they shoot me, they just disappear. Oh yeah, by the way, in case you didn't know, when I first started using this, I thought that this would purely help me if an enemy attacks me with melee attacks, right? But I'm speaking of it being fully upgraded. Enemies that try to attack me, they disappear into the black hole by meleeing me, by them attacking me with melee attacks. But there's a lot of times when an enemy will shoot at me too, and by them just simply shooting at me, they disappear as well. Oh yeah, not just regular enemies, elites too. So I know that you can put gravitational rounds on your gun, but basically by me having this, I get the best of both worlds. I can put burnt on my weapon, but I can also gravitate them as well. To the point that, like, if I didn't have Echo Shield and I got this too, this would be a very strong number 2. I would be still satisfied with this. This one protected me a lot when I did the Nightmares Dolo. And there's a lot of times when enemies are shooting at me like crazy, and like 4 of them in a row would disappear all at once. So it is really good. And I like this one. I highly recommend anybody try it. The Conjuring. The Conjuring, when you fully max it out, is actually pretty good. It's not going to help you defense-wise, but offense-wise, it's actually pretty good. So if you're looking for something that's going to help you offense, right, because you have enough defense, I would say that this is pretty good. Let me just state the record by saying this: is if I had my Echo Shield and if I was looking for gravitation and I ended up with Conjuring instead, I wouldn't be completely disappointed because this would be my strong defense, and if I look for something with offense, this would be good. I still would prefer this, but I would be fine with this until I got this. I still like this just a little bit slightly less than I do this, only because it helps me offense-wise. This helps me offense and defense-wise. It does both. So, but I highly recommend everybody try this. It's not bad. But if you had to choose one or the other, I would say try defense. But if you could choose two, then you got something that's going to help you offense-wise and defense-wise. Now, Shattered Shield. Let me just say this, right? It was a big debate that I wanted to see what was better from my perspective, whether it was Shattered Shield or whether it was the Eco Shield, right? Now, based on my personal opinion, right, I've tried them both, and I would say that, let me just say this properly, right? I would say that up close, enemies attacking me up close and meleeing me, the Echo Shield protected me really good. I would say up close, enemies attacking me up close, the Shattered Shield protected me. But enemies that's shooting at me from a distance, the shield didn't do that much at all. This still protected me from up close and from a distance. There's a lot of times when enemies are shooting me from way far away. This didn't really do that much for me at all. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. When I got damaged too much, the healing capsule thing did pop out, so I can heal myself back up again. But when you have a lot of enemies from a distance lighting you up, especially those robots and stuff, this from a distance, this didn't really help you that much. So if you're dealing with enemies mostly up close, this would help you. In some ways, this would actually help you more than the Echo Shield, because when the Shattered Shield, when the shield breaks, I think this is a new buff, but the elites will get actually stunned, just like when I use my stun grenades. So a lot of times when the Shattered Shield breaks, it will stun them, and as they stun, you can kill them a little bit easier. So I'm not gonna say it's completely useless. I would say that if I had to choose one, I would choose the Echo Shield. But there's a lot of people that's actually running both, so you can get the best of both worlds, and that's fine too. You have double you would have double the defense. They can't get through your armor that much from the rear. When they're attacking you from the front, when your shield actually breaks, then you stun them for a while. But like I said, this has mostly helped me personally up close. It didn't do nothing for me from a distance. If those same enemies was attacking me, if I had my Echo Shield and I had my gravitation, they would start attacking me, and then 9 out of 10, they would simply just disappear. And then I would see where they teleported to, and I would just kill them that way. I'm not gonna say this is. Now, the Frost Cloud. The Frost Cloud it's I'm not gonna say that it's useless. I would say that it only activates with your equipment. So if there's a lot of times when you're attacking the enemies, it's not gonna really do a whole lot for you. I would say this will work more if I had Tactician. Tactician, if I had a lot of grenades or stun grenades that I was activating, as I throw the stun grenade, it would activate the Frost Cloud. But if you don't have a lot of, this is basically more viable to me if you had Tactician, because it only activates with your equipment. But if you don't have a lot of equipment with Tactician, then it's not going to be as good. I'm not going to say it's useless, it's not going to be as good. And on top of that, I don't want something that's only going to help me in a Pacific manner. I have another way to freeze the enemies that's way better than this. So I'm just going to say for my style of play, this doesn't work for me. Moving on, Resurrection. Resurrection, I'm going to say that it's really good. I roll with it a lot, but let me explain one thing to you. I roll with this simply because I personally want to try to do all of the nightmares alone, dolo, just to say that I've done it. So there are a lot of times that in some of the ones that I've never done before, or some of the ones I've never done alone before, there might be places where I'm standing in the wrong spot, or an enemy might attack me in a certain way that I was unaware of, and there's a chance that he might just one-shot me and kills me right away. So I like the fact that I have a second way of picking myself up. But I do have it for this particular reason. When I'm playing a casual game and a normal game, 9 out of 10, I really don't go down that often, because the Shatter Shield, it would help me 80% of the time from going down. And I have another way on the nightmare side that keep me alive too. So I really have enough defense, so the chances of me going down to begin with is less likely to happen. So if you're the type of player that doesn't really care about doing nightmares alone, and you feel like you have enough defense based on like my recommendations, I would say that I'm not going to say that the resurrection is useless. I would say that you don't need it as much if you're not going down that often, or if you don't plan on doing a lot of nightmares alone. So before I go over to the nightmares, this is my recommendation. My recommendation out of all of these is Echo Shield and Gravitation. These are the two that I feel like that would keep you alive the most. This gives you damage, this gives you defense, this gives you defense and offense. These are the two that I recommend the most. So, like I said, these are my recommendations, but I also recommend you try them all. Now, let me just get into this. I never figured out how to use this properly, and I will say for the record that I didn't max this out. I'm going to try to find videos to get more information about this one, but I really don't know how this works, so I really can't rate how I feel about this one, because I don't even know exactly what it does. I mean, I know it does some laser thing, but